So we've had a pretty full day. It's down to just me tonight. We start about 6:45 in the morning. Worked on the kitchen. Jim's been over there all day and tweaking and doing some nice things because we have some time. Get to run and get more cabinets. I think it's 6th trip tomorrow, so we're going to go to day 8 on our 7-day build. But I've got other customers too, and this is a apartment complex that I've managed for quite some and rebuilt. It's from about 1911. Beautiful little place in Lexington. Bunch of ginkgo trees that turn yellow in the fall and turn the street yellow. Beautiful place. For years we've maintained this and fixed it up as they need, and so each apartment's been completely restored, and so it's a really nice little hamlet to be at. But what we really have is some fire alarms that have been beeping on the renters. So tonight I get to do fire alarms because we need smoke and carbon monoxide alarms, and it's a good thing. I sent the guys home to get some rest, but it's still 7:30 and it's time to go in, and we'll see what kind of event we have. So there's one down the stairs. Everything's hard at Catalpa. We put the carpet in years ago. It's really nice, quiets it down, nice flooring. But either way, we've done a lot of work. It's a nice place to be. I've really enjoyed working on it. These are my oldest customers ever. Probably some of the first to find me when I was really just a drywall and paint contractor. And that was a long time ago in a faraway place. I don't do handyman jobs for anyone that's not a customer anymore. We have enough customers, and the other problem is I can't find enough handyman to do all the handyman work that needs done. And what happens is people call us for a job. Unless they're a customer, I really just overbid it or turn it down, kind of contributory bid. But these are really good customers, and I respect through the years we've poured concrete and taken it out and put a post in because somebody was rounding off the yard years ago. You know, we've done a lot of gutter work and roof work and whatever they've needed done. We've wrapped it in vinyl, the building in the back, and just done so many things for them, and that's done a lot for me through the years. But there's just not enough skilled trades. So what I'm trying to do is rebuild a crew with young people that have a heart to work, starting to realize that college isn't everything, that they're going to have to compete with all the other people going to college, and get the tools put up. Kind of out of breath. It's been a long day. Ate a little bit tonight, found food. But a lot of college people go to college and they get degrees that everybody else is getting. They're now competing with more people for the same jobs in colleges, and it's driving the wages down, making it more competitive. And so if young people can figure out that there are skilled trades out here, there's a lot of skilled trades, but there's a lot of multi-trades that need to be out here too, because there's so much work. If you can do multiple things, then you're more valuable and the price goes up. So we do a good job, we do good work, but I think we really need to focus on getting the young people out and getting in the trades. A lot of young people are not mechanically minded, so we need to find some ways to get them started early, being more mechanically minded, to where they can turn screwdrivers and understand nuts, bolts, and small things, because it's hard for me to take them and train them if they don't understand the basic function of things. And from an agricultural society that I came from, one of the last of the Mohicans, if you will, I worked on hay balers and I worked on sickle mowers and tractors and engines, and I'm not a perfectionist on it. I don't understand it all, but it gave me a lot of experience of stacked sod, stacked hay. I understand weights and torques and bolts and things like that, but the new generations haven't been able to experience as much as the agricultural generation. So we really got to find a way to educate more early in the mechanical side, so if somebody's mechanically minded, they can have a good life. They can service the community and keep things going. You know, fire alarms are a big deal, and it's funny to me that there's 4 people or 4 families living there, and they can't put a smoke detector up. And what I found is they had pretty well disabled the ones there because they didn't like the chirping. When you have a smoke detector that's chirping and you put a new battery in it and it keeps chirping, that means the smoke detector has ended its life. It's done. It needs to be replaced. But we got them up, and I do that for customers. Appreciate you taking time. I know it's a shaky video. I'm alone. It's late. But this little bit of pandemic construction, this isn't normal. I don't usually work at 8:09 at night heading back toward the house. But it's important now for my customers. I know they can't call anybody. They tried to call electricians. They were 2 weeks out. By the way, electricians, I mentored some electricians called Priv, and you're going to see them on some of our videos, on some of our jobs, because I was having trouble finding electricians with a good capacity and a good knowledge of electrical. And the electricians I did have were aging, and told me that when they went to their yearly continual education, they don't see anybody under 45. Well, if there's no master electricians under 45 in the continuing education every year, that means there's at least 2 generations of electricians that aren't there. And so I'd found some young guys that had trained themselves and mentored them into business over December, January. Been very happy. They're very knowledgeable. They're aware of the national code. And so we've got electricians, but the electricians, because there's so few, we're booked out 2 weeks to change smoke alarms. Well, when you've got a property like an apartment complex, you better keep your smoke alarms working. So we've kept them working tonight, and all is well. But that's the state of the industry, not just electricians. It's plumbers, HVAC, it's every trade. Difficulty, we're getting old out here as tradesmen, and we run out of breath. We're a little chubby, and there's a lot of road to go. My carpenter's 67, and I can't find somebody to put cabinets in as fine as he does. Got to find somebody. I've got to train somebody, because there are guys out there just like me, but we're getting more and more rare. We're kind of getting unicornish out here, and it used to be we competed against each other. Now we respect each other and know that everybody's overloaded and there's too much work. So we need more workers that understand the trades, and that means we got to open our mouth and teach them. Anyway, that's my little message for tonight. Have a good night.